William Morrow and HarperAudio present The Nightward, Book 1 of The Waters of Lethe, by R.S.A. Garcia, performed by Nneka Okoye. A note before we begin. Don't forget to download the accompanying enhancement PDF from your audiobook provider. It contains a map, a cast of characters, and more. To Joan and Lyris, two queens who have gone before me, thank you for the blessings you left me with. Then Gaiea took the blessed from chaos and brought them into her bosom, and henceforth it was no longer called the place of the testing, but instead the place where it was done. And the masters wailed and tore their garments, for the firmaments of the heavens were closed to them, leaving only the dark of oblivion. Then the goddess said unto those who did not repent of their sins, for your crimes against the blessed and the very heavens themselves, you will be banished to the western mountains of Gailand, and you shall drink first and deepest of the waters of Lethe. But there were some who refused to drink and who sought to deny their exile. They fought against the goddess with the monsters of chaos. In this too they failed, and Gaiea buried them in her desert, and they were heard from no more. The Blessed Scriptures of Gaiea, the first book of the Hand of Gaiea, chapter 11, verses 17 to 18. Chapter 1. Spirit. Princess Viella of the court of Hamba, divine spirit of the 6 queendoms, began her last day as the presumptive heir to the High Court of Dun by arguing with her exasperated bodyguard. "But I don't want to go yet. I wish to see the klaxon," she said, taking another backward step up the crumbling spiral staircase to the tower. She held up the skirts of her white sari in one small brown hand so she wouldn't trip. Luca Freehold clenched his fists and prayed to Gaiea for patience, aware that his desire to turn the princess over his knee and spank her as she deserved was treasonous at best. But she had almost given him a heart attack when he went to collect her from her rooms after breakfast and found her missing. It was pure chance he had guessed the reason for her questions the day before about the expected time of arrival for the Carduman emissary and thought to check the ancient tower with its clear views of the courtyard. Careful to keep his voice calm, he said, "Queen Elise has requested the princess attend the Lady Sophia this morning for your final direction regarding the ceremony this eventide." Princess Viella looked up at the stone ceiling with a dramatic sigh. "I'm busy." Luca gave her the full benefit of the withering stare he had inherited from his father, the captain of the Daguard. "The princess does not appear to be busy with much more than testing my fortitude." She folded her arms, and jangling gold bracelets caught the sunlight slanting down from narrow slits in the exterior wall high above. She was a striking child, with thick, copper-tinted brown hair and eyes such a light brown they were closer to amber. Unfortunately, she knew how to melt hearts with those eyes, and used her bright smile and precocious mind to wheedle whatever she wanted out of the entire royal household. Except him. Out of necessity, he'd learned to steel himself against her infectious appeal, if only to ensure he carried out his orders, to protect her at all times, even from herself. "I have decided I do not like you. I will ask Captain Kemp to replace you with my old bodyguard immediately." If only such wishes would make it so, he thought, chafing for what felt like the 1,000th time at his role as a babysitter. He couldn't say that, though, and so Luca let a thin smile crease his face as he bowed his head and made fists of both hands against his shining breastplate. His ponytail tickled the back of his neck when he looked up again. "I'm heartbroken the princess has taken a dislike to me. However, it will be difficult to replace me, given your previous bodyguard is still visiting his family. Besides, I have it from him he would not return to this duty unless compelled by a threat of bodily harm."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?